Welcome. Let's go around the room first, and then we'll kind of do our best to get people's names over the phone in some sort of order. Let's go this way, starting with Dan.
Okay. Anthony Garcia in the member large and no affiliation whatsoever, and member large special.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arturo Nevares. I'm with Southern California Resource Services.
Okay, and remember, when you get farther away from the phone, speak louder because they may not be able to hear you on the phone if you don't. Next.
I'm Malcolm Dillon. I'm with the Election Operations Bureau.
Blanca Lopez, Election Operations Center.
You can yell as we go that way. Yell.
Elizabeth Bejarano, Election Training and Poll Worker Outreach.
Stephanie Babb, VAAC. Sandra Spencer, Election Operations Bureau.
Billy Keller, Election Operations Bureau.
Colleen Pachter, Special Services.
Nelson Fernandez, Community Voter Outreach.
Julia, Special Services.
And Vanessa Brown Lawrence just walked in the door from Poll Worker Services. And let's see, we'll kind of let you gradually introduce yourself, starting with Hillary on the phone.
Sure. Hillary Florida, Disability Rights, California.
Terry, are you there? Terry Lance? Artis, you're there, right?
Yes, Artis Beason, California Council of the Blind.
Donna?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
California Council of the Blind.
Donna Pomerantz.
Dina.
Dina Garcia?
Yeah, I'm here with Community Life with Kathy Barajas.
Great, okay. Naisha?
Hello, I'm here.
That's Naisha Lewis, and anybody else from LA City?
Yes, and actually Josh Marcus is also on the line.
Okay. Who did I miss? Anybody? Okay. Scott's on his way. There was some construction on Imperial Highway, so he should be here any moment. Let's talk about the minutes from last meeting. Often we like them. If there are additions or review or something we missed, any comment?
I move to table them to the next meeting since you stated that they're not complete.
Are they not complete?
It said partial.
Where, you guys, show me where it says partial, because I don't recall
Okay,
that.
let's see, where's the file? Let me go into it.
Okay, thanks.
We say semi-final.
Yes, that's it, semifinal.
What is semifinal? I'm sorry to be so informal, but what does semifinal mean? Why are they semifinal? We can bring them back, but well, I guess I'm going to find out why they're semifinal. So I agree with you, Donna. We'll bring them back. But
Thank you.
Okay.
I say semi-final because Hillary did not review it.
Oh yeah. You know, we want to, in all fairness, they're semifinal because we didn't get them to Hillary before we send them out.
Yeah.
So we'll bring them back for next time. Okay.
Yeah,
thank you.
And Artis also shared my concerns, so that'll be a correction that could be put in there.
Got you. And the concerns that you brought up from last time.
Absolutely. Right.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. We shall bring them back. So just a heads up, we're going to switch agenda item 5 and 7 around. So 7 will appear 5th, and 5th will appear 7th. Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
Great. Thank you. I'm sorry ahead of time, and I know this is going to make everyone cry, but I will be speaking not so much this meeting. Oh, come on. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the upcoming elections, and the other items will be covered by a number of members of the executive team. So I do reserve the right to make noise. Okay, so we're on item number 3, which is upcoming elections, and this is just sort of I guess it's our whining session. We are doing an extraordinary number of elections this year. You know, generally, we do about 1.5 elections a fiscal year. I think by the end of this calendar year, we'll have done roughly 11 elections. We actually have an election today. It's a runoff election for an assembly seat in the Pomona area. We had one last Tuesday for 2 legislative seats. That was quite sizable. We will have a very, very large election on November 5th, which is, we commonly call that the UDEL election, and that involves mainly special districts, some cities, special districts like fire districts, water districts, school districts, those kinds of things. But it's big. It covers a lot of the county. We will have a runoff election for the 45th Assembly District on November 19th. And then in relation to the Senate seat that was just filled by an Assembly member, we believe the Secretary of State will call the primary election to fill the vacancy in the Assembly for early December, either December 3rd or the 10th, and we'll find out more soon, as soon as the governor calls that election. So, do we have any questions on those elections?
When is the UDEL election?
The UDEL election is November 5th. Oh, by the way, because I went fast, our website does have all of these informations listed, and a lot of information behind each election. Artist, did you have something?
Yeah, I had a question, and maybe another place in the agenda would be better. But I had a complaint from an election last week, so I don't know if you want that later or.
Yeah, can you let Julia know, and then she'll get the. Is it about a poll place?
Yes.
Okay, Julia know, and then we'll get it to Vanessa.
Okay.
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 Can I add something, sir?
Yeah, Elizabeth.
Poll worker training, first day of poll worker training for the November election is October 8th.
Okay, so the first day for poll worker training for the big November election, the UDEL election, is October 8th, and there's a lot of classes associated with that. Those classes are listed on our website, or you can call us about them. You're always welcome to visit any of those classes.
Also, the poll worker training pre-rehearsal. Can they hear me?
Yeah, you come on over here. She's going to talk to you all about the pre-rehearsal that we do, that some of you sometimes like to come to in the even year elections, but you're welcome to come for the UDEL as well. Go ahead.
And that's scheduled for October 3rd from 10 to 1 p.m. at our usual La Mirada location, and the address is 13810 La Mirada Boulevard, 90638. And I'll go ahead and send out an email to everybody this week.
Okay. Any questions about the elections or election training? Oh, okay. Terry and Scott have joined us. Thank you.
Despite the road closure.
Yeah, road closures, you guys
Imperial.
had difficulty getting here. Just FYI, as you travel to Norwalk, they're doing tons of construction. The 5 is getting redone in this area big time, so you never quite know what's going to be open and what's going to be closed, or what they're going to be doing on Imperial Highway. So we're starting to add 20 minutes to our trip into the office each day, and that could be going on for a couple years. So thank you, and we are now going to move on to our voting system assessment project updates, and who's leading that?
Monica and I.
Monica. So you guys want to come closer to the phone, or should we turn on a mic? Okay.
I don't know. It's probably easier to just come by the phone.
Okay, and this is just a heads up. They're going to describe a lot that's on the screen. There are other ways of accessing this material offline, and we can talk to those that need something like that. But here's Ephraim and Monica.
Great, thanks Tim. Good afternoon everybody. Thanks for again inviting us and having us at the VAAC meeting. Monica's going to share or do most of the talking around the presentation. I just wanted to, one, thank those of you who have made some time to talk to our partner IDEO. I think it's been very helpful for them to have an opportunity to connect with folks, either a couple months ago or even as recently as last week. We want to be sure they have a good understanding and the appropriate sensitivity of what the challenges are and what we want to achieve with the voting system moving forward. And today, what we hope to do is share with you all a little bit about, in our engagement with IDEO, what has been developed so far, what have we learned so far in terms of what are the concepts that we might pursue in a new voting system. Monica's going to share a lot of that with you today. Some of you, I know for sure, Hillary, have had a chance to see and hear about some of these results at previous meetings with our advisory committee. But today, Monica's going to share with you what we've learned from our work, but more importantly, kind of what are some of the design concepts that IDEO has been sharing with us or trying to generate for us based on the voting system principles that we put together with our VSAP advisory committee and ourselves, and then also based on what we learned during a series of focus groups that we did back in 2009, 2010, where some of you may have participated in, where we went through the voting experience with the IncaVote system. We talked about what people value in a more modernized voting experience. How could we make the voting experience better? So all of that helped to inform what Monica's going to share with you today. I will ask that you keep one very, very, very important caveat in mind is, while the concepts that we share with you may sound very detailed, while they may sound tangible, and for those of you that are here today and seeing the PowerPoint, while they may look like very fleshed out systems, all they are generated graphics. So none of these are actually functioning prototypes or actual mechanical systems that could really be tested. And the reason that's important is because a lot of the questions that may come up when you look at these with relation to accessibility, those are things that's a threshold that hasn't been crossed, because it's actually not a functioning mechanical piece of equipment that we could then evaluate and assess and say, well, this is how it could be more accessible. At this point, what we're sharing with you are concepts, ideas that IDEO has sort of come up with and shared with us to help us move forward with designing a voting system. And Monica and some of the other folks here at the RCC team brought in some foam core mock-ups of those same designs that you'll see today. This is probably the most detailed that the design has gotten. So as you can see, it's at a very, very rudimentary stage, and it's more about still brainstorming and starting to look at ideas. So just keep that in mind, but certainly we look forward to this being the first of a lot of opportunities to share with you as the process continues to move forward with you. Yes?
This is Scott. Would you mind taking notes on this section, please? Or having somebody take notes on this section?
Sure. Do we have to?
Yeah, we have.
I think we have an official note taker.
We have an official
and
note taker.
And I'll take some copious notes too.
Okay, I just
we
want to
have
make sure
somebody else take notes too.
Notes get taken on this section. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially in terms of feedback, and as far as the other materials and presentations, we'll make that available to everybody. All right. So with that, I'm going to introduce Monica Flores, who's our voting system assessment project coordinator, and with her and co-presenting today is also Stephanie Babb, who's part of the voting system assessment project team as well. So, Monica, you have the floor.
Yes. So today we're here to present, as Efrain said, the concepts that emerged from the phase 1 engagement with IDEO. As you all may remember, IDEO is the design firm that we engaged to translate the data that we collected through the focus groups and focus groups and surveys that Efrain mentioned, and take that with the principles and translate all that information into some voting system designs that are options for the county. In that process, what they did is they talked to more voters. So they supplemented the information that we had with some interviews themselves, and then came up with these designs. So the goal of this project, go ahead, Stephanie. The goal of this process is to use an iterative design process to really, like I said, translate all that data into a possible voting experience for LA County voters. So what emerged out of these interviews was a model that we will be following as we go through the design process. So what that model is a concept of having a ballot marking device, so some sort of technology to help voters mark the ballot, and the ballot is a paper ballot. So that's the other component that emerged out of this, is we will have some sort of paper ballot to have a tangible record of the vote cast. Also,
So I'm sorry to interrupt.
We're gonna do that with the actual concept.
Okay, so you're gonna be
Just the
descriptive
model.
of what's up on the screen with the
Yeah,
actual
with this,
concept.
yeah.
Got it, okay, thanks.
So along with the technology and a paper ballot, voters also said that they wanted the option to pre-mark their ballot. So this was something that we thought is something that's pretty exciting and opens up the doors to a lot of possibilities, making ballot marking more accessible to voters. So a pre-marking options, what that would allow you to do is would allow voters to either hand mark a paper ballot and bring in a sample paper ballot, and bring in that sample paper ballot as a mechanism to cast the ballot in the voting center. Also, voters would be able to use technology such as their smartphone to mark a sample ballot and bring that to be scanned in to create an official ballot, or marking the ballot using the device in the voting system, or marking a paper ballot with a pen for those that prefer to do it that way. So having those various options to marking a ballot is another important component that emerged that will be incorporated into the final design. And then
just really quick, Monica, as far as the pre-marking option too, is other than just